Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Empire Total War Darthmod here today on the channel. We're playing as Prussia. This is episode 8 and the final episode of the series. Here today we're going to be hitting our long victory conditions. We're going to be declaring war upon France, and we're also going to be taking some territory in India as the British, Mughals and Maratha Confederacy are still battling it out. So we're going to be able to take a key Indian territory, pushing from Bengal here. I don't know why it rebelled. I guess the Marathas made it happen against the Mughals or something. Or rather, we're also going to be continuing our war against the Russians, which we have been doing for the last 3 episodes. We should be able to completely wipe them off from the map. You guys are right. I couldn't really let them live. We have to sort of get rid of them. So, if you like the sound of that, support the video and the series by leaving a like, subscribing if you're new around here. Let me know feedback and suggestions, tips and tricks. If you want to support the channel directly, completely optional. I do of course have channel members and Patreon all linked in the description below. Right, welcome to the top of the turn. Let's get stuck into the Russians once more. So we've got 3 stacks pushing down south towards the Caucasus. We've taken Muscovy, we've got Petersburg, we've got Kiev and Estonia under our control. We're still under the reign of Frederick Wilhelm II, who has been reigning as king for 10 years. And what a king he has been, carving out the German-speaking states, conquering Austria to obviously the German states in modern-day Germany. We've also taken out Poland, Lithuania. We have colonial territory as well. And now we're going to be able to hopefully finish off the Russians here today. Sweden lost that territory to the north as well. Oh, and they're actually under a new queen as well. Ah, that's interesting. So we'll war deck Russia. Denmark, for some reason, is still staying with them, which is mental. But we'll push into the Crimea, the Caucasus. Now, we've already taken the Crimea, so we've taken that from the Russians. We've secured the Caucasus oil field for the Kaiser in, I guess, 200 years, 220 years or so. So we've got that working for us. We're going to be pushing another army north to Kazan as well. And then the rest of the army can be moving and mobilizing against the French on the Western Front. As we've hit 40 regions, our long victory condition, we just need to take... Well, once we knock out the Russians, we'll hit 40 or so victory conditions. Then we can push onto the territories that we need to take for the victory, being Copenhagen in Denmark and Strasbourg in Alsace-Lorraine on the German border. We will remilitarize the Rhineland with Prussia. Yes. We'll push for Kazan now. And yeah, we're basically just mopping up the last of the Russians. We've had 2 fantastic battles. We had the battle for Kiev in episode 6. Then in 7, we had the battle for Moscow on the road to Moscow. We were intercepted. And slightly defending Kiev as well. Okay, yeah, so the Swedes got knocked out there, so Petro's been retaken, so we can move up there and take that back, because it was kind of annoying that the Swedes took that. But, so be it. The Russians still hold out in Finland, which we need to get. Overseas territory-wise, we have Bengal. We haven't been doing too much in India, it's just how the campaign sort of happens. We're more so focusing in Europe. That's with Prussia. It's actually quite surprising that we actually were as affluent in the continent as we were. To be honest, it had a lot to do with the United Provinces being wiped out by the French Republic. They're not a monarchy anymore. The Kingdom of France is no more. They have a presidente. But, yeah, we managed to take out that. And Bengal rebelling as well. Like, India, I wasn't really concentrating too much on it as we end the turn here now. We've got forces heading back to Hungary. Yeah, the British want to engage that. Sure, I'm happy with that. But the only sort of military action we really did have in the Americas was in the Caribbean and the securing and occupation of German Texas. France want negotiations. A fat chance of that happening. You are everything what I despise. We are an absolute monarchy. Mon ami, get out. Okay, anything else going through the interface here? Russia, stealing some information, great. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. So, they have two small armies fleeing south to the Caucasus mountain range. They are at war with the Ottomans at the end of the day. So, I don't know why they're pushing so far there. Great Britain has been a tremendous ally in this series. Sweden more annoying than anything. And the Ottomans kind of being passive. So, they actually occupy territory here in the Black Sea. Look at the rivers there, that's crazy. I didn't know there were so many rivers pouring into the Black Sea there. I guess it makes sense. It looks like something would be in it's like in Rome 2, somewhere in Mesopotamia or something. Alright, let's pull back. And we'll hold Kazan. So, there's only 1, 2, 3 Russian territory left. That's the thing. That's what we had to piece out with them in the last episode, because we absolutely pushed ourselves to the limit. Push it to the limit. Frederick Wilhelm. Oh, God. Right. So, we'll continue to push on where we can. Finland needs to be subdued as well. We could liberate the Finnish. No, we'll bring it all under Prussian occupation. As it actually burns there. It was formerly under Swedish control. Sweden has had a really, really tough campaign. I feel bad for Gustav. But I don't know. Are they mostly French in this period now? At some stage they had a massive succession crisis. But yeah, maybe not. Maybe not, we'll see. Alright, so we'll peace out with Russia for now as we replenish and repair. You've got to attack in a couple of stages in Total War, and especially that we're just getting pressed there. So piecing out with them will be fine for now, and once we move up and replenish and repair, we'll be fine. Okay, time for round 2 of the Russian Rumble. Let's go get some. So they still have 3 territories towards the north, and we should be able to finish them off. So, it's been a fair few turns now. We shouldn't get too much of a diplomatic penalty. It doesn't even matter too much in Empire, because of the amount of allies we have. We've just been really strategic on that front. So, we'll push up here with Gerhard, and we'll push you further back up here as well. But I guess Catherine of Russia, after losing the Winter Palace and most of Russia, sent her to an early grave. Let's end the turn and continue. We're currently in 1800 as well. We're 10 years into the campaign. Most of the old European monarchs have either died off or there's been a revolution. I think the States have had 3-4 presidents now. I'm actually quite surprised how Frederick Wilhelm was going. To be fair, he was coronated quite young and rose to the throne. Okay, let's continue to push on. He's got a lot of claimants as well, which is fantastic, because that was a concern. The Prussian line of succession from his uncle. Never forget, he's of the great Prussian house, nephew of Frederick the Great, and son of the Soldier King. Ah! Why have they gone and done that? So, I don't know why, but the Russians have negotiated with the Ottomans for that? Oh, so they've only got 1 territory now. Ah, Bordeaux, yach! What are you doing up there, Ottomans? You silly, silly sods. Oh well, whatever. To be honest, I'm happy they didn't attack me in this series, because once we occupied territory across the Balkans, I feared a massive war with the Ottomans, which probably would have burnt like 3 episodes trying to subdue that. Greece and Constantinople can stay under Ottoman occupation for all I care. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. Let's put the final nail in the Russian coffin. Please, no! Right, let's get rid of them. So this is what we currently occupy, zooming in. From Germany, Poland to Russia. Let's get it all over and done with. Ah, yes, mon ami. Russia has been conquered by the Prussians. We are the greater Usher. That I like to call them. Oh, I told you it was going to be a bit of a grind, a bit of a pain, logistically, to move everything over to the east. It was going to take a couple of wars and a couple of phases. It's a shame we didn't take that territory. The Ottomans ran in at the last minute, but so be it. So now we basically have got to shift everything back over to the Western Front. So we only need 2 more listed victory regions, and we've hit our total victory conditions there. We've hit the 40. And we're going to be going up against the French Republic. Now, looking at their diplomacy, they have an alliance with the States, and they also have an alliance with Montsoy. Now, I'm preparing for war because there's no way they're going to give it to us. I've been trying to get territory against the Marathons. So, I'll give you like Norway for Alsace. Like, I'd actually accept that. That's a fair deal. No, of course. Nonsense. Get out of here. Tristan. Yeah, so we'll try a couple of times, but I just doubt it. I really, really doubt it, because territory, it doesn't usually work like that. Even the Ottomans were willing to trade. Like, there was that Maratha one, wasn't it? It was like, you can take the border territory between the Mughals and us. You're probably going to get attacked and smacked, but can we have Prussia? Like, what? Like, even if I... Nah, that's just not interested. Which is a shame. So it looks like war is going to break out on the Western Front. Viva, remilitarize the Rhineland. And it might be cool and a little bit different fighting against the French Republic instead of a monarchical king. And also Sweden. We're going to have to betray our allies after all this, because they just happened to take Copenhagen. The Danes couldn't hold on. Over in the Americas, we've still got the Caribbean territory, and we still hold Prussian Texas. So, it's going to take us a little while to move everyone over, so I'll see you guys in ahead as I skip ahead. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. So, it's 1801. I've moved the majority of my armies that were fighting on the Eastern Front. Now we're back over to the west. We need to secure the city of Strasbourg in Alsace-Lorraine. And we also need to take Copenhagen. So we're going to have to betray our Swedish allies, which is a shame. I can't afford to lose Cologne in the Rhineland, as the French sort of encircle us a little bit there, from Flanders to Amsterdam. Frederick Wilhelm II is 57 now, and what a tremendous reign he has had. This is what we currently occupy. We've managed to take in this long victory Empire Darthmod series. The Marathons have actually pushed into the Middle East quite crazily, and the Mughals have actually been destroyed. I was sort of not particularly paying too much attention there. The British only have 3 territory. Over in America, yeah, that was it. The Marathas had, like, Kentucky. Man, imagine the cuisine. Indian Kentucky. That'd be really nice, I guess. This is Indian Kentucky fried chicken. Butter chicken. Also orange, like the Marathans. Flag and faction. That's fantastic. So we'll declare war against France. Montsoy, Spain, United States. What are you going to do? France broke their alliance with the States. Trade agreement, so... Oh, we will join... Oh, we're actually at war by Spain. Ugh! Ay caramba. Okay. So, we're going to hit the army outside against the French, and we'll fight this one. So, they have about 4,000. We've got about 8 there with Ernest Lessing. Let's do a quick save and a hard save, and we'll fight the French Republic for Strasbourg. I have no ambition for Amsterdam nor France. I'm happy to nearly piece them out. Let's fight the French. So I guess, quite literally, the 7 Years' War again has broken out. Historically, Frederick Wilhelm fought as a young boy in that war, from what I can remember. And yeah, that's where the relation between him and Frederick the Great sort of soured a little bit. Anyway, let's get stuck into the French. Now, this army has been rebuilt a little bit. As you can see, they don't have overly too much chevrons. You don't have your 4, your 5s to your 6s, because it's actually newly recruited from Brandenburg. So in this army build, we have 3 units of horse artillery. We have a tremendous amount of cavalry. I've gone with a lot just to sort of rush out the French, smash them from the field. We have 7 units of cavalry, mostly made up with German light horse hussars. And then we've got a mix of Strasbourg, Württemberg, Westphalian infantry as well. So they're not your stock standard plain vanilla line infantry. Although, I quite like the line infantry. Line infantry in Empire Total was an incredibly viable strategy. So once we take Strasbourg, we'll rotate, we'll push up and pivot, and liberate the city of Copenhagen from Swedish occupation. So, here is a musketeer unit. What else can we sort of take note on? So as you can see, their uniforms and distinctive officers look slightly different. So here's a Brunswick unit there. 9th Light Horse, 2nd Hussar. The Prussians, in my opinion, have some of the best looking and effective cavalry of the late Empire Darthmod campaign. And we also have some lancers intertwining as well. Let's start the battle and give the French a good old Prussian meeting. Down with the Republic! Okay, so we've intercepted the small army there, and we're going to be able to charge it. We're going to throw everyone in. The majority of their reinforcements are slowly but surely going to be trickling in. So we might have to move my line infantry up in a moment to close the distance. My 6 units of cavalry should be able to push through. Bring down the French! We cannot let Napoleon come to prominence and power. I don't know why I'm speaking like a Frenchman. I guess I need to talk like this for the Kaiser. Yeah. For Jürgen. For Jürgen Klopp. Anyway. I guess you talk like this, maybe. Alright. So they're bringing up some of their own cavalry. They're trying to intercept us. This cavalry assault worked better in my head. Okay, so we might have to pivot and maybe try and meet that. Okay, so they're now routing. That's good. The Hussars are a little bit keen. Oh, if we can knock out that general, we can get the massive general morale debuff for them. That'll be fun. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, das wird dann, ja. We'll be back in Berlin before you can say Brandenburg. And we managed to knock him out. Ah. Everything is coming up Wilhelm, if I do say so myself. Okay, the 7th French Republican Regiment has fallen back. It's quite shameful that the States didn't help out in this, but I get it. They've been allied with me for quite some time. Yeah, you'd think you'd... Yeah, they sort of were just like neutral. I guess they probably historically they'd probably the States would either do 2 things in this situation. Oh no way! And we've knocked out the 2nd general. Oh, they are cooked. They are cooked more than a Bavarian sausage. Oh my god, a bratwurst or whatever it's called. But yeah, the States will probably do 2 things. They'd either probably take the Louisiana territory, or they would push into German Texas. And I can't imagine how hard that would be. Trying to take a Texan homeowner out. Right, let's move up there. So the French are moving up here. We want to try and close the distance and not allow them to form up. Yeah, there's a little bit of terrain buggering us up there, but we've shattered 2 generals in some amazing RNG. But now we just need to push up and put the pressure on them. Some of my cavalry's a little bit knackered, but that's fine. Starting to engage us there. I just wish Empire cavalry was just a little bit more satisfying there. Okay, they're going to start to engage us there. We're getting a little bit too close to them for my liking. Because I only... Honestly, like, sometimes... Let me know your army builds in the comments. Because personally, I don't think I can afford... Personally... more than 4 cavalry units. I think it's just too much because the charges are so lackluster. They're only good for flanking and neutralizing artillery. Some people prefer like as much artillery as you can, especially if you can get like you boost the accuracy on it. Some people fight. I've seen some people fight with 6-7 pieces of artillery because it just shreds. Okay, I've had to make a square infantry because a lot of them are charging us in the center there. We're still holding on the right. They're still forming a column here. We can probably try and angle some of them a little bit better there. So let's move away. My artillery's still shelling them where we can. We have reinforcements on the way as well. We forward squared in the center because they were intertwining their cavalry close to us. We'll break out of formation. Yeah, break out of formation there because they're now fleeing. Yeah, we've got this. It's just only a matter of time. Okay, and my cavalry can now be reformed as well. If you see an infantry flat-footed, we'll charge in. Okay, we actually have more additional reinforcements here. 1,000 are coming up. Push for the left-hand side, because that's where there's some line infantry space. We'll continue to let the artillery to fire down the column. And if we can sort of funnel them into this, that's definitely the play. Oh, man. 35th, what were they? Okay, reform the line. They got caught there. 9th Regiment, so essentially dragoons there. Oh, they're coming back around. You engage them. So, actually my weaker units routed. The hussars are the ones that are actually holding. Okay, that cavalry unit's broken around through there. Come on, keep the pace. Let's push up. They're breaking my center more than what I'm sort of anticipating here. We've swung back the battle within our favour. But the French aren't going to release their claim on Strasbourg as easy as what I would like. Okay, let's reform up here as well. Man, yeah. What? What? Are you facing backward? Is that why you're buckling there, you fools? I originally wanted you to go on the left, but I think probably holding the centre is probably better. The 3rd Grenadier, yeah, this is what's doing it. They're throwing their top-notch, best quality French units, and yeah, this is sort of an early Napoleon army, so these things absolutely roar you through. I don't know, a knife through a sauerkraut? Maybe I'm hungry. Am I talking about food too much? I need to get something to eat. I'm just being silly and thinking I'm funny. But yeah, maybe I'm just hungry. I've been recording this campaign a lot today, but I've been having an absolute blast. It's kind of sad it's going to come to an end, but you got to move on to something else. You got to adapt and evolve, because at the end of the day, variety is the spice of life. Alright. So they're holding there. We've managed to smash the grenadiers, and my cavalry is now wrapping around. Okay, and you can pull further up there. So, what should I replace this campaign with, guys? Because we're about to hit our victory conditions once we beat the French here. Because apart from 4, they're in a retreat. You guys are pushing up here. For Empire Total War, replace this slot on the channel. Spain, United Provinces, or Ottomans. I think out of those 3, it's probably the play. But let me know otherwise. Also for other series as well. Still got the Rome 2. Let's play so we can change that with something eventually. That series might go on for a little bit longer. I'm still recording that. Personally, like today, I don't know. It's because upload schedules, I try to space everything out, so it's a little bit convoluted what goes where. Because today I finished the Swiss campaign. Well, not today, but I have finished the Swiss. As of today, I've finished the Swiss campaign when I'm recording. So that needs to be replaced with something as well. That could be more 12-12 AD. But I do like to get your feedback and suggestions. Because if I'm having fun, if you're having fun, I'm having fun as well. Now they're in a full retreat. Far out, they caught me there a little bit. That was a little bit frightening. Right, let's halt. And probably attach bayonets and go in. If my cavalry is alright. Oh, we've won. Well, let's try and run down the remaining stragglers where we can. Loading in here now. What was that quote by Louis? First feelings are always natural. Louis gone. The Sun King ain't here anymore, so I feel a republic stirring in me. I feel a rebellion in my stool. I don't know. But we've taken Strasbourg now. And they've actually fled further back towards Flanders. Yeah, I guess it's like, my bones aching, Annie. there's a storm coming. So they don't want peace? No. What was that? That was a prequel meme for you. Whatever happened to that old woman in that first Star Wars movie? There's a stone. She just sounds so Kiwi and Australian as well. There's a stone. There's a storm coming, Annie. I can feel it in my bones. What a stupid, what a silly damn line. Anyway, we're going to declare war upon Sweden now. All of it got broken. Spain, yeah, we're dealing with Spain now. Anyway, Gustav, I knew Copenhagen, I'm sorry. And we've won. Man, oh man, what a campaign. The Prussian campaign we have won. Now, normally you have to wait like how long does it actually take? Like, you have to wait to the end turn. Yeah, 850, right? We started this campaign in 1783, and we finished it in 1801. So there's no way I'm waiting 50 years. It's just a bit of a shame that it's done like that. But, unfortunately, guys, I have to end the Prussian series here. Thank you very much for watching the long campaign. What a tremendous series you've had. Wow. Always love playing Darthmod. Always have a blast playing it. We started off with humble beginnings in Prussia. Where did we start? We took out Saxony. We took out Poland, Lithuania. In that order, I think. We took out Austria. Russia. We managed to... That was it. We had that whack Italian invasion that they just kept on war decking us. Then we took out Russia. We made German Texas, which I really like the sound of. And we were also able to... Sweden actually peaced out, so we don't have to deal with them. Was Spain? What about Spain? No, they're just not interested. Isabella of Spain says no. We say no. But, yeah. India. We've managed to nab, like, weird rebel territories there. We weren't really involved in the Marathan, British, Mughal sort of, not triumvirate, but sort of just war pack, the sort of the Entente craziness that was going on over there. But, yeah, Britain didn't really do well this series. France did well. They were actually aggressive. I like to see empire building. I like to see people being aggressive and conquering territory. The Ottomans didn't do too bad. The Marathan Confederacy did well. They conquered most of the Middle East, and they took some territory in the Americas. But yeah, you guys know the drill. Let me know feedback and suggestions, and stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Still going to be producing content consistently in 2020. Daily, as best I can. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.